David, thank you for joining me again. How have things been since our last appointment?
Not awful. I've just been thinking a lot.
What would you attribute that to?
Well, I've just been kind of thinking, what are the confines of my actualized heaven or hell? In the firescapes, I'm pushing forth. Just simply pushing. One with the cogs. That must mean that light simply originates from transcending the mundane, creating on my own terms. I find all these pictures of my shadow. Can I prove that I left a mark? Maybe that's antithetical to the whole point. To live is to struggle, to thrive. Under all of it, who are you? Can those photographs show you anything at all? When you is built on shadows, simply you do not exist at all.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, I've just had so much going through my brain. I wish there was some way for me to get it out.
Well, have you tried journaling? We've talked about that in the past.
It's just that sounds like for nerds, you know? I'd rather just speak it out, like a verbal journal.
Enjoy.
I chose Baroque, which is a style of classical that people used to study.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's made to increase your brain waves or some shit. I don't know, but it's supposed to be fantastic for babies if you play it for them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I have a sneaking suspicion that
It's kind of nice, right?
yeah, I do have a sneaking suspicion that my children will be. I mean, all children are fucked up a little bit. I do have a sneaking suspicion that mine will be
Especially.
right.
Well, if it means anything, brain damage is not hereditary.
You think really?
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, blunt trauma impact.
Right, but I would think that brain damage sort of changes your DNA to some degree. Because for example, a bunch of concussions, it lowers your testosterone. So I wonder if that affects your DNA.
Yeah,
which then
it probably has some effects.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like your kid's gonna be concussed out the womb. It was my point, I guess.
That would be so fucked up.
Start them young,
Yeah.
At that point, it's just like going to boxing. What else are
Yeah.
you gonna do?
I'll show you what it's like, kid. Wait, can you turn down this jazz a little bit?
I honestly don't think I can.
Really?
It's very precise.
It's just so loud.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty quiet in comparison.
Well, I've done 12 episodes of the Verbal Journal. Not once have I done it with jazz in the background.
Well, it's classical, but
Okay.
it's fine. I'll get over it. How's that?
It's
It's the exact same. Yeah, I kind of figured. All right, I guess we're going musicless.
Hey, dude. That'll make us more present in the conversation, you feel
Fucking
me?
bullshit.
You know what
I
I'm
hate
saying?
talking to you.
Thanks for coming on the pod, dude.
Yeah, thanks for coming to my house.
Of course. Yeah, you have all the best gear. I've never used a mic this good. Whatever mics they have at the downtown library, I mean, Did you see my Instagram post or have you seen, cuz there's a few podcasts that I've done from the library. Did you see any of those frames, the kind of rough setup?
I think so, yeah.
It's it looks very similar to what you got over there.
Fair.
Yeah. No, it's a good setup. And when you offered your equipment, I was really, really pumped. That's definitely cool. And yeah, I don't know where to start. I met you when I was 7 years old.
Crazy.
Yeah, and it's crazy how our paths have realigned. And it really all started, our paths realigning. It all started for me scrolling through my Instagram DMs and seeing your name and then just messaging you out of nowhere. And then the ball really got rolling when I started working for the company that we both work for that I'm not allowed to say the name of.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told me.
We work for...
Yeah. Hey, can you hand me my journal? It's right behind you.
Is this your verbal one?
So this is the verbal journal. This is the non-verbal journal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of the way that.
Have you thought about having one about giving lessons, calling it the proverbial journal.
Well, I think I've asked you this before, but like that's one of my favorite words is proverbial, but I don't really know what it means. I know how to use it to where I don't sound like a complete idiot.
Hey, can you pull that up? Oh shit! I guess I got to do that.
Yeah.
Do you want Merriam-Webster?
Yeah, I feel like that's,
Okay,
I feel like that's the most reliable source, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
Proverbial. I learned a lot of really good words from the UFC broadcasts.
Interesting. Okay, fair.
Yeah. A lot of college educated guys.
Yeah, I ain't about that life.
About what life?
Being educated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You did go to college though.
I did, and I wasn't about it.
Right.
That's why I only went for a year.
Yeah.
Proverbial means of relating to or resembling a proverb or commonly spoken of. I hate it when people do definitions where it's like they just use a different version of the word.
Yeah. Yeah, a definition should not have the word that you're defining
No,
in the definition.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's called circular reasoning.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
All right, so basically what I'm learning is proverbial doesn't mean anything.
Right.
I'm going to fully believe that anything that has circular reasoning doesn't exist.
Right.
You know?
And
I think therefore I am. Nah.
right. I think that's fair, probably. You know,
Fucking on my shit, bro.
I was trying
Oh,
to
sorry, should I not? Is this a family channel?
No, you can curse. I'm not allowed to curse. My grandfather said he watches my full episodes, which I'm extremely grateful for.
Okay, cut out me cursing. I don't want your grandpa to hate me. You know?
I can bleep it out.
Okay,
yeah,
thank
it's
you,
not a
thank you.
problem. Yeah, I was thinking about, as I was driving over here, as I was going through my day today, knowing that I was going to do a podcast episode with you, I was thinking about what describes you. And you are definitely a person that is, my dad taught me this phrase. It's like smart like a fox. You're like a really smart guy, but you just like almost intentionally, you don't show it.
No, yeah.
You just kind of, you're like, I don't know, like
Yeah,
that's
it's better to be unassuming, you know?
right. Yeah, and you definitely are that in spades.
Thank you.
And it's because when you first, obviously when I started working with you, I already knew you, but there's a lot of people that will meet you and they have no idea like about you after spending like hours with you.
Yeah, and I'm very deadpan-y at work.
Right.
You
What
know?
is that like? Is
like
that
no emotion.
But like not quite like a resting bitch face.
Yeah. I'd say it's more. I think it comes off more tired than anything.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
But, and the one thing that I've always appreciated about you is how even keeled you are. When we were kids, you had your moments like when I wouldn't stop beating you up. Like there were a few times when you lost it a little bit, but I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah. You'd think, you know.
Yeah, I mean one would assume.
No, I mean, even in preschool preschool, I think, or even before that, daycare when you're freaking like toddlers.
Right.
Before I even really have memories, I guess there were like a bunch of toddlers ganging up on me.
What?
Like, and they were like bite me, and I'd just chill.
Is that the toddler
Just
version
let them
of?
do their own thing.
Is that the toddler version of a punchable face?
Could be.
Yeah.
Or autism.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly an undiagnosed case there. We talked about that.
That's
And-
actually common though with non-neurotypical people. It's sensed among your peers at a very young age.
Yeah, and then like adolescents or toddlers, like their way of kind of dealing with people who aren't like them is by making fun of it or
Yeah.
that's kind of well. So if you have ADHD,
Attack the thing that's different.
right?
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah, and
Which
I
is
think,
crazy because it's like I just have bad ADHD, you know, but
right.
it's so common nowadays. You wouldn't think it'd be that much different. I feel like we almost outnumber the normies.
Yeah, but as someone who was diagnosed with ADHD at 13 years old, I take big issue with people just labeling themselves. Like, oh yeah, what is that? The dude, this guy at our work, he said, he asked me to explain to him what ADHD was. And then he was like, yeah, I got that. That's what I have that. I'm like, yeah, were you diagnosed? He's like, yeah.
It's like the equivalent of organizing your room and then saying you have OCD.
Right.
You know?
Yes. Yeah, and that's
But it's like everyone wants an excuse to their problems, right?
right.
So it's like if you could just say I have this thing with a name, then it's like, oh, I'm not responsible for my pitfalls.
Yeah, and that is the issue with today's society. Maybe it's always existed, but we're in our 20s now, so this is all I know. But there is.
I mean, people like you and me, where I mean, we've genuinely never done anything wrong. It's just our ADHD, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like, but it puts us in a bad boat.
Yeah, it's not my fault that I left my bike outside and it got stolen.
Yeah,
And
somebody
it was-
should have taught me not to.
Right.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yes,
I should have had a week of my childhood dedicated to not putting your bike outside.
specifically, yes.
Yeah, it's not my fault. But yeah, it just pisses me off. We're in the age of buzzwords, you know? Like there's people, you know, there's like, well, I don't have any like specific examples of this, but like, you know, like women in their 20s will be like, "Oh my God, I'm like so autistic." You know, just cuz
Slay.
yeah, just because they're weird. It's like, I don't know. And I dated a girl who had autism. You met her, and that really struck a chord with her because she had really tough difficulties with autism as an adolescent. She was bullied.
Oh yeah.
She didn't understand facial expressions. So for her, for people to just say that they were autistic, it like kind of pissed her off.
Is it just me, or is there like a certain level of mental disability where it's actually, you know, like people bully you if you're like too ADHD or autistic, but then once you like pass a certain threshold, they're like extra nice to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of weird how that works.
Yeah.
It's like you're not full retard, so
Right.
I can still be mean to you.
Right. Yeah, if you come off somewhat functional,
Yeah.
then I guess people just have full reins to just like talk shit to you.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. Oh wait. I feel like I can do this. Oh no, never mind.
I believe in you.
Wait, but isn't it just in this little thing? Like couldn't I theoretically turn it this way?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want to mess up your setup.
Because there's like little hooks in the webbing.
Oh,
If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, this is good. Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder what that threshold is. And speaking of that, that reminds me that that girl I dated, she said that autism is one of the hardest ones because it doesn't see you just seem weird.
Yeah.
So people don't really give you that grace. Versus if you have Down syndrome, then you know, then it's blatantly obvious like that you're disabled.
I think if you physically look different, like definitely like hats are off, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah, that's one of the tough ones because the thing about people with autism is they get socially exhausted. And I'm one of those people, like sometimes I'll work a double at our job, especially like when it gets really busy. I'll be working like a 9-hour day and I still have the energy to go hang out for 5-6 hours.
Right.
But people who are like neurodivergent, it's not like that. Like they don't even have the social battery at the beginning of the day when they have maximum energy.
Well, yeah, but it's also like such a mixed bag. Like you could get the opposite problem, like with somebody that is just gets hyper focused on interacting with people, you know? Like say 8 hours go by, they forget about their own needs. They're just too involved in whatever's happening.
Yeah.
Don't eat for however long, you know?
Right. And you were saying that you sort of have that thing where if you get focused enough, you like forget to eat. Like your sense of hunger goes away.
Yeah, I literally don't even feel it if I'm like hyper focused enough.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes like I'll feel drained a little bit. Like, why can't I think properly about whatever I'm focused on? And it's like, oh, right, yeah, it's because it's 6 p.m. and you haven't eaten yet. Right, gotcha.
And when you said that, I was like sort of envious because like when I'm studying, sometimes I get I'm so hungry that I have to stop. And I thought that like it would be nice to just be able to.
No,
like,
it turns
like,
my
push
brain off.
through.
I think worse if I don't have enough food.
Right. It sounds like a gift and a curse.
I have a high metabolism and I'm pretty light.
right.
So if I had more fat on me, it would be more of a blessing. But because like I'll just lose the ability to think or have energy
right.
because there's no substance in my body. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah, I've seen you reach that point when we went outdoor climbing at Stevens Creek.
Yes.
With
Oh, and I got a full on headache and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. When you were pushing like hard enough, you like reached that breaking point where you're like, oh shit, actually have to eat right now. Like I feel very lightheaded.
Yes.
Yeah, that was like at 5 p.m.
Well, and that also added to like the fear element too.
Yeah, that was really scary because we brought out a pad to climb on, but we just ended up not using it.
No,
So we were free soloing.
Hey,
it was so scary.
Safety's overrated.
It was like top 3 most scared I've ever been in my life. And we got to the top of the first climb and you were like, isn't this great? And I was like, yeah,
Why
dude.
did I let him take me out here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went climbing there the other week and it was so fun. We did a 2-pitch. It was really great. And now it's winter time again, so it's time to embrace climbing full bore again.
Oh, like indoor climbing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not hardcore enough to go out there in 40-degree weather.
Yeah, I guess people do that though, right?
Yeah, I mean, there is ice climbing.
Sure.
And assuming that there is no ice or snow or anything yet on the rocks, the colder it is, the grippier the rock is.
Until ice actually starts to grow on the rock, right?
Yeah,
Because then
exactly. Right.
Oh, okay.
But dude, ice climbing in and of itself is insane. You ever see like videos of that stuff?
No, I've just seen the gear.
It's like more athletic, I think.
Oh my. Why? Because you're carrying so much gear and you got to reach down and then.
Yeah, I mean, like you get a hook, right? And then like through this hook that is extended past your arm, you stabilize your entire core and body, you know? Because if you think just like biomechanically, the longer your arms are, the harder pull-ups or any of those related things are, right? So you're doing it specifically on a point, and it's just insane, like the stuff they do. And I've seen way more overhangy stuff on that than like normal climbing, you know?
Jeez.
I mean, sure, there is overhangs. There's always overhangs, but
And what's the footwear like for ice climbing? Do you have any idea? Is it like spiked shoes or?
I think so. I can't really recall that part, to be honest.
Okay. Maybe it's like track spikes. Maybe.
Yeah.
You got to have something like that.
You have to have something.
Yeah.
I do know that they have like those like little screws that they like bore into the ice itself. That's like insanely strong. That's like their equivalent of putting protection into the wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it can support like hundreds of pounds.
That's so intense, dude. I don't think I could ever do that because ice already, like real rocks are already very you can't really trust them.
Yeah.
So ice is like a whole nother level.
Well,
of like,
and it's like even if you're a genius at it, right, and you understand weather patterns and like you're safe, it's like there could just be a random avalanche. Like you don't know.
yeah,
Like
yeah, absolutely.
it's like what's that video? I think it's The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, but it's like I could be wrong. It could not be that at all.
Okay.
I just want to preface that, but it's like what are the odds we survive this? Like 50%. What, like 50% we live, 50% we die? 50%.
Yeah. I know what you're referring to. I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
It just popped in my mind because I think just when they start going into the Arctic, it's like a similar imagery.
Yeah. 50%. You know, enough said.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hey, good odds, man.
Why did you start outdoor climbing with no rope? That seems like an arbitrary way to start climbing.
You know, I honestly think near-death experiences, best cure for depression.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see where you're going with that.
You know, like I can't remember what the phenomena is called, but it's It's like when your brain tells you to do something that you obviously would never do. Like, oh, what if I just jumped in front of the train track or whatever?
Intrusive thoughts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you don't have a certain sense of danger in your life, like that's a natural thing that occurs, you know, to kind of like recalibrate you. Like, oh yeah, like we could
Right.
die.
Because we're supposed to.
Yeah, because you're supposed to
It's-
always look out for danger, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we used to have to worry about fucking tigers or whatever eating our faces.
And this is something that we've talked about before. It's like it's a total gift and a curse that like we have so little danger. We have so little danger in our lives that we have to literally introduce it.
Yeah.
Like exercising and raising your heart rate is not a necessity for survival anymore. So it's something that we literally pay money to go to a building where we can do that.
People pay money to jump out of flying objects,
Right.
You know, and I want to do that, you know.
Is that something you'd be open to?
Oh yeah, dude, I'd love to skydive or wingsuit or whatever. No,
Yeah.
I will say I was being coy though. I was just liked adventuring when I was in high school in terms of like why I climbed outdoors without equipment. You know,
Yeah.
like started out just climbing like middle school or like high schools or whatever. You know,
Like climbing things.
yeah, yeah, and then like night hiking, like excuse to like go out, like on kind of on your own. You're able to drive and do something.
Right.
So it's like, hey, let's go on an adventure.
So are you the type of person that's never been like tied too much to a routine?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, routines are hard. If I like make something a hard part of my routine, it'll probably like never leave though.
Right. Yeah. I mean, for some people, me included, less so now, but in the past, like me sticking to a routine was like me like clinging to sanity, you know? So for you to like, if I would have heard in high school that you like went out on a school night until like 3 a.m. You got 3 hours of sleep, I'd be like, what the fuck? You know, because I was in bed by 9:30.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
How I keep myself mentally in check is just endless hours of psychoanalyzing myself. See,
Is that what happens when you're alone?
if I'm sad, it's
Okay.
not like an everyday thing.
Right. And you said seeking danger is a way to stave off depression. Would you say
Yeah.
would you say when you were an adolescent you did feel like sort of depressed?
Not often. I was a pretty happy kid,
Right. But
pretty happy-go-lucky.
but it is often said that like the smartest people think really deeply about things, and that's why they are the saddest. When in contrast, the people who just objectively are not intelligent, they don't think about things very deeply, so then sometimes they're happier.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I think another element to that is smart people stupidly worry too much about the future and things that
Right.
they can't control.
Yeah.
You know, it's like just because you have more access to stimulus, like you can think about all these things. Like if you're focusing your attention on the wrong things, like ultimately you're gonna end up worse.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, and that's a crazy thing that like there's nothing more amazing than the human mind, but that's one of the crazy things about us is that we have the ability to think explicitly about the past and the future. I mean, like,
Yeah, in relation to each other.
yeah,
Hey, but it's important not to forget where you are now.
right.
You know, it's
And that's the
'cause
hardest.
it's a gift.
that's
why,
the hardest-
That's why they call it the present.
Right. Very well said.
To my man Oogway.
Who's that?
Kung Fu Panda?
Oh, okay. The sensei.
The turtle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not who I was. I was thinking of the rat-looking guy.
No,
But
yeah, the turtle that dies in the first movie.
Right.
He's like the most wise one in the entire trilogy, right? Or a quadrilogy at this point. I don't
yeah.
know.
He's the Yoda of Kung Fu
Yeah,
Panda.
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, he has some fire sayings though.
Really?
Like I thought Kung Fu Panda was overrated for a while, and then I watched it like 4 years ago. I'm like, no, this is pretty fire.
Really?
Yeah, that's good, man.
Nice.
I do that a lot. I see something popular, and I'm like, ooh, probably bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too. Shameless.
Yeah,
For
fair.
years, I was like, I was like, everybody likes this, so it has to be shit.
Yeah, fair.
And then I turned it on last year. I was like, this show is amazing.
I did that with Kanye.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm not a huge rap guy though.
Yeah, but there's something about he is so talented. There's some screws loose. Although you said that maybe he's the most sane one, and we're all insane.
Hey, it's a Matrix, man. None of this is real.
Yeah. What did he say? N-word. What did he say?
Hey, they don't understand the shit he says on Twitter.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm scared to say the next part. I'm gonna be canceled on my first podcast.
Right. And
They're gonna come after me in droves.
and your album is never coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh Jesus.
I don't want to be in a ditch.
But it's and then along with creative people thinking really deeply about things, they're also just creative people that are so talented. They're also sometimes just very mentally ill, you know?
Yeah.
And one that comes to mind simply because he died was Heath Ledger. And for some the person Heath Ledger in my mind is tied to you because I watched The Dark Knight at your house at the Adirondack Lodge with you and your dad.
For the first time?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think I saw it in theaters. I watched it on DVD at your guys' apartment.
Ah, that was like right when Blu-ray came out.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think we did. Actually, I think we did watch it on Blu-ray.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, and like PS3.
Yeah, and that image, the image of him like kept me up for days when I was 12 years old. It scared the shit out of me, dude. And
Fair. Because he was actually going to those depths.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, he was so talented. It is so sad that he passed away.
Yeah.
That was one of the greatest performances of all time. That was really, really amazing. Yeah, he was. What did he do? Do you know what he did? He like locked himself in a hotel room and did a bunch of drugs and.
Yeah, I can't remember everything, but yeah, he locked himself in a hotel room with like no access to people or whatever. Just I don't know.
Just deprived himself.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
I can't imagine the mindset dude was in.
But you can start to imagine when you see his performance.
You know, I almost feel like the best actors, like in the pursuit of being the best actors, sell their souls a little bit. And I don't mean like in terms of doing favors and like blowing a producer or whatever.
Right.
I mean like in a literal sense.
Yeah.
You know,
I get that.
I feel like there's always just corruption that happens with big Hollywood types.
Yeah, I get that sense with Joaquin Phoenix. There was when he won an Oscar for The Joker, he did this speech about like cow insemination.
Weird.
Yeah, and then my favorite comedian Tim Dillon was saying like he did such an amazing job in that movie, The Joker. There is no way that he is spending that much time thinking about these issues that we have as a society.
Dude,
there's no way.
Also, why do I care about what an actor thinks about society? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Stop being so self-important.
Yeah.
Like, if I was to be the most famous person in the world, you know, and someone was like, "Hey, what are your opinions on politics?" I'd be like, they don't matter. You know what I mean? It's
right.
Like, that's not the purpose of being a public figure unless you're in the political sphere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just entered that sort of mind space that like, wait, these people they might be viewed billions and hundreds of millions of times, but like they don't really matter. Like they're the same as me.
Yeah.
You know?
It's also like 95% of it is just PR. They're not their actual opinions, you know? It's like, if you say this, then it'll look good, so say it.
Yeah, like in Hollywood, it really pays to be left-leaning.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true.
And that's really unfortunate because that's not the way it should be at all.
I mean, in Hollywood, it pays to go to Epstein's island or Diddy's parties and not say anything until it comes out as a huge controversy, and it's like, what? This was happening?
What?
And then all these other people that were like, oh, I know of all these people that went to those parties, and like it's like, oh yeah, because you're a good person now, because it's not like you were out there saying the shit was happening when no one knew. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, what do you think about
all
that?
moral grandstanding.
What do you think about that? It's like Ghislaine Maxwell goes to jail for soliciting for like soliciting prostitution. Like she's finding young girls for Jeffrey Epstein to have sexual relations with, but then there's like no list, like there's no like list of victims. It's like what like that's so backwards.
I also think there's a cover up on that.
Do tell.
I don't want to get too into this, but I mean, no one was talking about the fact that like they voted against giving us the information, releasing documents.
Who's they? Congress?
Yeah, it got voted against. But the day it was voted against was the same day Charlie Kirk got shot.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what makes it feel cover-uppy to me, because we all know that something was off about the whole Charlie Kirk thing.
Right.
And it's like when's a better time to do it than when you don't want people focusing on another controversy that people have been mad at the government specifically about for years,
Yeah, I mean that's been a talking point for. I mean, when did this really come into public eye? 4 years ago, 5 years ago, the whole Epstein thing.
Yeah, I mean, remember like 2 years straight of comments of Epstein didn't kill himself.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
it's huge.
And that seemed and now like in hindsight, and with more time since that happened, it seems unlikely due to usually where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
And when there's 3 minutes of missing footage from a security camera, like that's weird.
Yeah.
Like how did that happen?
Yeah, no.
Right.
Honestly, it just doesn't.
Yeah. And I was talking about on one of the recent episodes of the Verbal Journal.
Also, I would kill myself. If I were to kill myself, I would do it before I got to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't do it there.
Yeah.
If I was weak-willed enough to do it, I would just like,
right.
I don't want to fucking go there.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and especially considering, I mean, he didn't know who his cellmate was going to be, but his cellmate was terrifying. He was some corrupt Italian Boston cop, and he was a terrifying guy.
Yeah, fair.
So just the sheer possibility of being roomed with someone like that, dude, you grab a pistol from some cop and you blow your brains out of the,
Well, and I also think that part of the reason that we're not able to see anything is because I think he was probably a bit more of a puppet than the government wants us to think. I think like there's other important people involved, and it's like, well, we could throw all the blame on him, call it his island, do whatever. And I'm not saying it's not necessarily his,
right?
Because I'm sure there's like financial whatever, but I also think that they're obviously hiding stuff. He's not the only figurehead. If he was the most important cog in the machine, then he wouldn't have been killed. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody higher up than him.
And then also people who knew him really well and who were in finance, they said that for being a financier, he knew a shockingly small amount about finance.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, again, where there's smoke, there's fire. Yeah. And I brought this up on a recent episode of the Verbal Journal. In the worst place I could have brought it up possible. Literally, I can't think of a worse place other than Portland. But when I was in Seattle doing an episode of the Verbal Journal with my friend Maggie, I brought up the Charlie Kirk assassination.
Yeah, that's what dangerous place.
Yeah, and as I'm bringing it up, she's like looking around, because we're in our backyard recording.
Yeah,
and when I got there, someone said that they were really happy he died.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Right, and it was this guy at the dog park.
I mean, people at work were basically saying that.
Right, and that's unfortunate. And I said this on this. I'm gonna repeat myself. Like my entire life, I don't know about you, but my entire life, my knee-jerk reaction, my knee-jerk reaction to anything political is I don't really care, and like I'd rather just focus on my hobbies. And
yeah, that's probably fair.
Yeah, and so one of the big benefits to that is that I see the humanity in everything when I'm looking at it. Like I think Trump's like kind of annoying. I think he's like a narcissist.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't I don't view him as like a very attractive person in terms of like spiritually.
Spiritually. I was gonna say, is orange not your thing?
Right,
Okay,
not particularly. And yeah, but like when he almost got killed, like I was sad.
Yeah, honestly, I think there's too much public justice in this world.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, we're all flawed humans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that like practically anybody we should be wishing to die. You know what I mean? Like the one exception is like if they're doing shit to kids.
I
I
feel the
like
same
super
way.
see. But like,
Yeah.
fuck, man, if somebody's like an awful person and like they're like robbing like good people, like robbing homeless shelters or whatever, I don't think a bullet should go through their skull.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
like I agree that they're a very bad person. You know what I
Right.
mean? But it's like you can't just like be like, oh, because somebody said that this person said this,
Yeah.
they deserved it. You know what I mean? Like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like
And-
we all have friends and family members that like we know have done very shitty things, and we would like go to the ends of the earth for them. You know what I mean?
sure.
At
Yeah.
the end of the day, we're all people, so it's like,
Yeah, and that's where the label of good and bad people, it doesn't make any sense, because like I don't think anybody's good or bad. I think people can just do good or bad things, And in a state of such division as we are in the United States right now, I think that's why Charlie Kirk was viewed as such an evil person, because he was doing something that a lot of people don't do. Nowadays, if two people have opposing political views and opposing worldviews, it's not very common that they're going to sit down and have a peaceful discussion about it and then walk away shaking hands.
yeah. Which ultimately I think was more his goal than most conservatives, right? Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like the clip like, ooh, watch the libtard get wrecked or anything like that.
Right.
I think it was like kind of socially engineered, like, hey guys, don't pay attention to him, because at the end of the day, I don't think it's ever been left versus right. I think that's a false dichotomy. I think that the people in charge want us fighting against each other.
I mean,
And the more we do that, and the less we have civil conversation, and the more that we're like, oh, this other person is fucking Hitler or whatever, then like we can dehumanize them, then we can kill them, then we can focus on each other instead of focusing on the bad people that are in charge. You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, people like him that are podcasters, that are speaking at colleges, it's kind of the least of our worries. We kind of got way worse stuff happening in the world right now.
Yeah.
It's it is crazy. And it's crazy how people are justifying it.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, well, he said this, and it's like, well,
he's pro-gun, so he should be okay with getting shot.
Yeah,
Basically, I mean,
right.
like,
yeah. I mean, I'm pro-gun to a pretty large degree. I'm not okay with with getting shot.
It's like somebody saying like, "Oh, I'm for abortion," so abort me. Like
abort me.
It's crazy work.
Yeah,
It's
no, that is crazy. And the same. It's funny, his argument about like if you're gonna have gun legalization, there's gonna be a few fatalities. It's the same exact argument with drug legalization or decriminalization.
Yep.
If you legalize mushrooms and LSD, there are gonna be a few people that develop schizophrenia and go completely haywire and lose their minds.
Yeah.
But in that process, it's gonna be, it might become a better environment versus having everything completely illegal.
Yeah, I mean, freedom also intrinsically comes with danger,
Right.
Like-
Absolutely.
People aren't always going to make the best choices.
Yeah, and then also it's like if we make guns illegal, then the only people that are gonna have them are the people that we probably don't want to have them.
Yeah, and because especially like when you think of the landmass, it's not like we're somewhere like Australia where we're surrounded by ocean and you could just like cut off trade. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
we have two different countries surrounding us.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so it's like you don't need air or sea travel. It's like people could literally walk over with guns, pay the right guards, whatever, It's really not that hard. And then there's also like the fact that there's more guns than people in America or whatever that
Yeah.
statistic is. It's like, how are you going to wrangle them all up? We don't even have to get them shipped over here in the first place, Like,
Right.
you think the majority of gun-owning Americans are just going to let you go to their house and take all of their guns?
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, there was in Canada, Justin Trudeau said that Justin Trudeau said that like guns were going to be legal for like hunting, and I forgot. There's hunting and another thing, but they were not going to be legal for like self-defense. Which is like a
That's so stupid.
That's like a crazy thing to say.
Yeah, well, also, any person that's for gun rights that uses the argument of hunting as their core argument is stupid.
Right.
I mean,
why? Because it's not a necessity nowadays. Why?
Well, no, because the entire purpose of the right to bear arms is so you could protect yourself against tyranny.
Right.
And regardless of whether people think we could stand up against the military or whatever, which, by the way, is made up of people. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But like that's every regime throughout all of history since we've had guns. Their first step, if they're trying to like take over, massacre their population, is take away their guns.
Sure.
You know?
Absolutely.
And even if ultimately, like, say you believe the military would win, which I don't think. I mean, we have like way bigger populace, and if you kill all your people, you don't have a country. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't functionally work.
Yeah, how many people are in the military? I mean, it can't be. How many people do we have in the United States? Like 300 million ish.
I mean, let me look this up.
Yeah. Whatever the number is, it'll be slightly inaccurate, but it's, we'll get a ballpark here.
342.7 million.
Okay.
And in the military, 2.1 million.
Yeah, no chance.
No chance.
It's like
and it's like what they could nuke us, I guess, but then you don't have a country.
Right. Yeah, that wouldn't be. Yeah, I guess they would want to defeat just the right number of us to take over. It'd be like if you fought 5,000 toddlers.
Yeah.
There's no way you're winning.
Also, like just like in terms of like think about like the French Revolution, like oh no, like we can't stand up against them. Like what I'd rather go down with a fight than like just go down because I don't think I can fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, absolutely.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's kind of and one of my friends Tommy that was on the podcast, he was saying that it's like what's even easier than like going and taking people's rights away is like convincing them to take away their own rights. And that's kind of what's happening with like self-censorship. If that's their prerogative, then they're succeeding because we are self-censoring. We're censoring other people too. We're censoring our peers.
Censoring, I think, is okay as long as it's not like legislated. Like
what does legislated mean?
Like written in law.
Okay.
Because it's like, so my company doesn't want me using the N-word. Okay, that's fine.
Right.
But like, the government doesn't want me talking shit about a person. Like those are two different things.
Right. Okay. So if it's more localized than federalized.
Yeah, because I think there is a part of society where people need to wrangle each other. Like half of like becoming a good person is like people calling you out on whatever. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's also half of freedom of speech too. So I don't think it's necessarily a problem. The biggest problem is in terms of like I guess media like censorship, where throughout all these different companies, like there is only one thing that you're allowed to hear. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like that's all the speech you hear. That's all the information you get. So it's just misleading. That's just making us drones.
Yeah, and because podcasts are so mainstream now, it's I mean, if you're able to critically think, then hopefully you've realized that mainstream media, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, it's all bullshit.
Dude, and they're owned by like the same people.
Right.
The like conservative one and the non-conservative ones.
Yeah.
They're like the same. It's not like
they're owned
better
by,
than each other.
They're owned by Big Pharma.
Like,
yeah. Or largely funded by Big Pharma. But because podcasts, large or long form, unedited conversations, because that's mainstream now, when you watch these type of programs, you you realize even more how bullshit they are.
Yeah. Like, you ever see those clips where they overlay like 20 different news channels together and they're saying word for word the exact same thing?
Yeah, I think
Those are crazy, man.
I think I've seen that. I think I saw that during COVID. And and when Donald Trump was on Joe Rogan's podcast, they were showing clips of it on CNN. But and I watched that. And they showed like 3-second clips, and I was like,
yeah, because they don't want to give you context.
I was like, that doesn't make any sense. That's not what he said.
Right.
He went on for like 5 more minutes. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So what do you think? I mean, I was writing down things that I think pertain to you. And one thing that is really clear when you know you for a while is that you have a moral foundation.
No, I'm a sack of shit.
Yeah. See? But you say that. And that's why you think like, oh, and that ties into the smart like a fox thing. You're like, what does David think? Does David think? I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't really tell you. But as you get, getting to know you so well, you do have like a serious moral compass. But the thing is that you don't go around parading it, and sharing the fact that you have a moral compass with everybody. And
well, yeah, I'm not gonna like shame somebody because they have a different belief than me.
right. Yeah, but you also feel more you also feel secure enough in your moral compass that you're comfortable just keeping it in.
Yeah.
And where does that come from?
I don't know. Well, that could also be an ADHD thing. There's a weird thing that a lot of ADHD kids do where they put hyper importance on morality. You know what I mean?
People with autism do that too.
Yeah, which is very interesting.
They follow rules really stringently.
Yeah, well, kind of. They don't follow any rules. They follow rules that they understand.
Yes.
So, like, if somebody says a rule and they're like, what the fuck's the purpose of this? They're probably not going to listen to you. But, like, if there's a reason for it, they'll probably follow it better than anybody,
Yeah, like when it comes to getting stuff for free at work.
Yeah.
Or something,
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll,
Yeah.
sometimes they'll speak up.
No, I think in terms of morality, the main thing that's always hit me the most is a sense of fairness. When something doesn't seem unfair, that's what irks me the most.
Okay.
So I guess it's just like, it's kind of like treat others how you'd like to be treated, but like on a larger scale than yourself.
Okay.
Society should treat society how society wants to be treated.
Right. And we don't.
No.
Everything's a double standard.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I want to do this guy a favor. It's like, yeah, you're a better worker, but I was buddies and I play golf with them, so I'm gonna put them way ahead of you, And it's like all these like things in the world that you got to deal with. It's like life's unfair. But
yeah, and that's kind of something that you learn as a kid if you play team sports. The coach's kid gets the starting spot.
Yeah, exactly.
And I grew up playing
That's
soccer.
the kind of stuff that always irks me,
Right.
If the coach's kid was genuinely the best, then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and as a kid, you're still gonna be like resentful, even if the coach's kid is the best. But then,
fair enough.
But in hindsight, you're gonna be like, oh no, that was correct. And yeah, and I always experienced that in team sports growing up. But then when I started doing wrestling, there were some people that Coach Owen did not like.
Yeah,
but it didn't matter because he beat the guy on a match to whoever won was gonna be on varsity.
Right.
And that was so refreshing. Because it was like there was no politics. It literally doesn't matter,
Yeah.
And it's those type of things. Like it almost like the world almost seems right in situations like that.
Right. And I think that's also why I hate gambling. I just hate luck-based things, to be honest.
Right.
It's like if I lose in something and it's skill-based, it's like, oh, I could have been better.
Right.
But if I lose at something because I rolled
slots.
dice wrong, it's like, man, this is bullshit.
Okay, so if you feel that way about like games with dice, you must detest slot machines.
Yeah, they're not the best.
Right.
I don't even like Mario Party, man. Like,
yeah,
it's garbage.
Yeah.
I've won every mini game and lost too many times.
Yeah. I was at the casino with my mom. We were having lunch. And one of her friends was like, I'm going to bet $2. And she's like, I'm going to turn it into $4. And I was like, well, best case scenario, you turn that $2 into 4,000. And And this gray-haired man in front of us with a cigarette in his hand turns around and says with the maximum amount of desperation in his voice, he says, "Man, that would be good," or something. He's just like, like that would be, I don't know. He just said it. He was too committed. He was just too committed to saying that. You could tell it meant the absolute world to him.
Yeah.
And
Well, I think gamblers like that are deep in it. It's more of a drug than anything. They're just looking for a high.
Right.
Oh shit! I'm putting all the money that I won, all 300,000 on red.
Yeah.
And then time stays still.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald had a bit on that. He was a big gambler too.
Was he?
Yeah, he lost like all of his money multiple times in his life.
Oh my gosh. You were a fan of him? What kind of gambling did he do? Was it like card games or pretty much anything?
Like betting, typically, I think.
Betting? Oh man, that's
like
a dangerous
on
one.
anything, it sounded like.
Yeah.
But sports, obviously.
Right. The most dangerous sport to gamble on, in my opinion, is either boxing, but more so MMA. Because like, for example, there's this guy named Leon Edwards, and he was the former UFC welterweight champion. And in his first title fight, he was getting dominated for the first 24 minutes of the fight, and he head kicks the guy. And so there had to have been somebody somewhere that was like, for him to win by knockout, if I bet $10, I will win 700. And there had to have been somebody that put down that $10 and then won, and then that was just, and then maybe their life is over now.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, gambling's tough.
Honestly, I think there's only one thing that you should ever bet on in life.
And what's that?
Yourself.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because if you can't believe in yourself, why is anybody else going to,
Right. And just so you know, folks, like that face he just made when he said that, it's like it's hard to tell if he's like being genuine,
I'm never being genuine.
Right. And what is that? What the fuck is that? Is that a like a defense mechanism?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was not expecting that. I was expecting you to be like, no, what the heck? I don't what? But it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I told Hoblet here. I was like, yeah, when I stopped being a dishwasher and I started hosting, I got over that it was important for me to get over that awkward hosting phase. And he's like, you'll get over that someday.
I mean, you did.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But you were insinuating that I hadn't yet gotten over it.
Well, I just like to bully you relentlessly.
Right.
It's payback for our youth.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know what. I was a very angry little kid, and I took it out on you.
It's because I'm a white piece of paper. I take things in stride.
All right. All right. Enough said. You pretty much grew up in the restaurant industry. How do you think that shaped you as a person?
Like eating out growing up, or
no,
like
because
my first real job was in the restaurant industry.
Yeah, and it was when you were 19.
I don't know. Made me a better cook. That's for sure.
Right.
I don't know how much it shaped my personality. I mean, there's tons of things like you realize. I think just like through any job, like how poor work ethic most people have, stuff like that. And I don't know. I don't think it's like restaurant industry specific stuff. I think it's more just like caring more about your own autonomy and like whatever. Like for instance, like when I was a cook for like 3 years, I didn't call out once.
Really?
Even if I was sick, And then like after managing, it's like seeing how often people call out, and it's like you can't even. It's not like you're gonna get them in trouble or whatever.
Right.
It's not like I hate people.
Sure.
It's like you just start to realize it's not that big of a thing, So it's like if I'm sick, I'm gonna call out.
Right. But not doing that from ages like you said you were like 20 when you started.
I was
at our company.
18, turning 19 a month later.
Okay, so you were a cook from like 18 to 21, and
something like that. Yeah.
And you not calling out, was that just like a pride thing? Because you are like a prideful person, but you're not, but not to an obnoxious extent. You just have You have your moral compass, and you have the things you're not going to deviate from.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've always believed that wrongly in some circumstances that like any anything that happens in my life is a direct cause of myself, if
Hmm.
that makes sense.
Okay.
Like if a relationship wasn't good or if whatever, it's like ultimately at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to like live a good life and it's your fault. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So like it's kind of like similar for work ethic, if you messed anything up or if you could have been faster or whatever, it's like it's 100% on you.
That's a really healthy way to look at it.
Kind of. Not everything in life is your fault though.
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. You can't help if someone T-boned you coming out of a Dairy Queen drive-through, which
Right,
that
right.
happened to me.
Yeah, and like say you got in like a shitty relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then like yeah, maybe the mistake there was getting in the relationship in the first place, but like each time something bad happened, that's not necessarily your fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
That
think
cuts
there is a
deep.
healthy way to like break it down. It's just like figuring that out.
Right. Huh. And do you think I've always known you to be a very hard worker, and
Yeah,
almost
which is
like
crazy with how little homework I did.
right. But it's like, but you just chose not to do it. But like,
No, it just didn't even cross my mind most times.
right.
I
can
would
relate
get
to that
into
so
class the next day, and the moment I would walk through the door, I'd be like, "Oh, wait, I had homework."
much.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it wasn't like I was actively rebelling. I just didn't think about it.
Yeah. And that makes sense. Maybe based on that, it seems like maybe college wouldn't have been your thing, like a 6-year sort of journey.
Yeah, college was a little. I actually kind of like college though. There were a few classes where it was more test based too, and I always loved tests.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'm in one of those right now. It's sort of like that.
yeah,
There's
like
not a lot of homework. It's just
it's
kinda,
nice. Yeah, that's why I don't
yeah.
like English. So it's not because I don't like the subject. I don't like that half the
So
class is
much.
writing essays.
I was just thinking about like where you've ended up versus like when I first got to know you. And you've been in this industry for so long. It would be hard to believe that it hasn't formed your personality to like a large degree.
I'm sure it has,
Yeah.
but not in any way I can necessarily articulate.
Okay.
People subtly change over time.
So do you
I'd say honestly, it's more the people around me that have changed me than like my circumstances.
interesting. So you're not really someone who ties their identity to what they do for money?
To an extent. Although if I were to like make a bunch of money doing a job I hated, it would be the same thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I like the idea of doing something in like a creative field or something like that. That's like exciting.
Yeah. And is that what you love so much about music? Is it?
Yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's what matters in life is purpose.
Yes.
Not money or happiness or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Purpose.
I know some people with a lot of money who are, they're kind of miserable people.
Yeah.
Granted,
Money's not going to give you happiness.
right.
I mean, I will say though, like if you're under a certain amount of money, then like getting money will help.
Yeah.
But after a certain threshold, and it's strikingly low, I think it's like 130,000. It's like there's really no difference in terms of mental health.
Right. And then then once you have enough money, you start worrying about money again. Just how you did.
Yeah,
when you're
but
really
that's
poor.
like that feels more like a weird status, like a high school popularity kind of thing. Like, oh,
Right.
look at me, I have more money. Like, let me into your club.
Right.
I don't know.
If your sole purpose in life is to get rich, then you could get there if like every single second of your day is dedicated to becoming very wealthy.
Yeah.
Then I suppose it could happen. But it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy that people that people dedicate their entire lives to that. I mean, to me, the most important thing is my connections, and it was
Yeah, that's fair.
and maybe to like an irrational degree, but like the most important thing to me is like the ability to connect with people and having a social circle. almost above anything else. And I think that's because I grew up so comfortable and I grew up with a huge support system around me. So maybe that's why I feel that way. But would you say you feel the same?
I guess what's more important to me is becoming the person that I know I can be.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if that happens, relationships, money, like all that stuff is like, that's gonna come to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the ultimate hardship, because a lot of times I've been guilty of this. We can chase love so much
Oh yeah, I've struggled with that for sure.
when we're not ready for it,
Right? Yeah,
versus
that's the main time you chase it.
yeah, yes. No,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, because that's very true. Because once you're super self-assured, then it's not really that important to you.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's that no, it is really tough. It's
yeah.
really
You're not gonna
tough
like lower
chasing.
yourself to like for a crush or whatever. It's like,
Right.
oh, okay, if they're not into me, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And it is like the most painful thing, turning that lens around onto
Yeah.
onto yourself.
yeah, but it's the most important. Yeah, because one of my biggest beliefs is that, and this is part of like the whole like you're responsible for your life kind of thing, is like, your life is a reflection, right? So how you view life is kind of how life is gonna like interact with you.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
but then not only that, like in terms of like how you're damaged or like from childhood or like whatever, it's like you're the type of person that you're going to be searching for is going to be a reflection of that self. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're going to be reflecting some part of you that is
Yeah.
like not healed yet fully or whatever.
Yeah, like a hurt person can find another hurt, like two traumatized people usually end
Yeah.
up with one another.
Right,
Or
right.
two resentful people usually end up together.
Yeah, yeah, or like yeah, it's why like so many people like that are in abusive relationships like go into another abusive relationship, you know?
Yes.
Part of it is like familiarity. It's like you know what that suffering is going to be like, so subconsciously it's like, well, it's safer than going into the unknown, you know? But I
Yeah.
think it's also a bit of a reflection thing. If you're unable to face yourself, then you're never going to find somebody that can fully face you because you know
Yeah.
you're not even presenting yourself.
And that's a painful process, facing yourself. It's super tough. I went through that after my breakup in 2022. It was just, dude, like nothing's worse than that. You'd rather do anything besides that.
Yeah.
That's just kind of the way it feels. And it's it's a terrible feeling. One of the girls I dated last year, she had been in abusive relationships, and so you develop like habits
Yeah.
and reflexes around being in an abusive relationship. So her and I would be talking. She'd ask me to do something. I would say yeah. And then her response would be as if like I told her that I wasn't going to do that. And it just happened over and over again.
Right, right.
And it was just very interesting. It was very interesting to kind of see that play out in front of me. You know, it's almost like this word also gets thrown around way too much, but it's almost like a PTSD thing.
Yeah.
It's like a trigger response sort of thing.
Yeah, well, it's also like a bit of like the Pygmalion effect, you know?
I don't know what that is. What is that?
So it's like you have an assumption about the world, and the fact that you have an assumption makes it more likely to play out. So, for instance, a coach favoring somebody because they think they're athletic and they're going to be the best, they're probably going to pay a bit more attention to that kid. And because they pay a bit more attention to that kid, then they maybe get a few more pointers throughout a session, you know? Maybe that they notice that the coach is paying more attention, so they feel better about themselves, so they start performing better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. What do they call it? It's like a manifest.
Destiny.
No,
Westward expansion, baby.
no, I thought that's what I was thinking. But God, this is gonna drive me crazy. What is it? It's a. I was thinking of self-fulfilling prophecy. So, you know.
If only you could manifest the word you're thinking of.
I
right
know
now.
that would be ideal.
It would be.
But this is only episode 13, so you know.
Something has to go wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's unlucky.
So far,
If
it's
you were in
going pretty
Japan,
well.
the fourth one would have gone real wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, why is that?
Oh, it's death. 4 means death.
Oh, okay.
Well, one of the ways of pronouncing it, Japanese is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Depending on like, because they have different like counters, which is not like a
Counters?
yeah, it's not an like an English concept. So like instead of saying there's 3 trees, there's 3 cars, there's 3 whatever, there's different words. So it's like there's a word for long cylindrical objects, right? And so then the way you count long cylindrical objects is different than how you would count small animals. You know what I mean?
Wait, so you wouldn't just say 4 long cylindrical objects and 4 animals?
No, because it's the way you conjugate the numbers, the counters.
Really?
Yeah.
Numbers are conjugated in Japanese?
Yeah, it's kind of
Oh.
weird how it works.
Interesting. That's weird.
yeah, like so and like there's like a people counter, like nin, so like yo-nin, that'd be like 4 people.
Okay.
But like there's different rules for each of them, right? So like that, like I'm dropping an N sound before then it's weird.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
In a way, I don't want the internet thinking I'm a weeb, so I'm gonna stop talking about
It's
Japan.
too late. How
I
long are we
know.
in? There's no way you're masking your weirdness at this point.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Dude, when you were taking Japanese in high school, did you? I'm gonna sound really ignorant, you know. Please don't. Did you learn about like sushi at all, or like, you know, like cuisine,
A bit.
Japanese
Yeah,
cuisine?
I mean, I took it for 3 years.
Okay.
They do a few things like that. Teach you how to use chopsticks.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, we made onigiri in class
Oh,
and brought our own seasonings.
What
Spilled
is-
curry in my bag. Smelled like curry for like a year.
really?
Yeah.
Nice. What is onigiri?
They're rice balls.
Okay.
They're like shaped like kind of like triangles with
Oh.
like seaweed on it. Yeah, it's a very big thing in Japan.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's like kind of a thing that you could just eat as you go. You know, it's like, oh shit, I guess I'll eat some onigiri.
It's like street food, sort of.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a nice burrito that's wrapped up, that's super portable.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
kinda
Or if you
buy.
need something for lunch that's quick, you could just make that.
What is that? Oh, have you heard of inari?
Eel?
No.
I don't know, man. It's been so long since I took Japanese.
I think it's inari. It's like a soybean, like outer skin with some rice on the inside.
vinegared rice stuffed into seasoned deep fried tofu pockets.
Yes. Yeah, that's what it is. It's really good. I'm sure the grocery store sushi version of it is you know, inferior, but yeah. Are you a big sushi guy?
Yes and no. I really like sushi. But it's like not very filling. And it's like, do I want to buy 4 rolls? It's
Is
like they're pretty expensive. If I was in
Right.
Japan with like how cheap it is there, like yes.
Is it cheap?
But I just prefer to get entrees like fried rice or like chicken katsu or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
unagi, that's what eel is. Okay, sorry.
Oh, okay. Is sushi cheap in Japan?
Yeah, dude, they're freaking island. They're like you can
But
get
why-
fish super easy.
But why is it expensive in the U.S.? It's insanely expensive.
Well, I mean, the U.S. is big and it's mostly landlocked. You know, I think just like for the raw ingredients, it costs more.
To ship it and to yeah. So you think in Seattle no, everything's more expensive in Seattle, so that wouldn't be the best example. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you lived somewhere where some type of fish is very common, then maybe those rolls might be more inexpensive. But
interesting.
you know, then there's
Okay.
like other mainstay fish. Like most Japanese fish aren't just around in one area in America. You know.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know why I didn't think of it explicitly like that, but yeah, anytime I go to sushi, it's crazy. It's not too
Yeah.
bad because I don't eat fish, but it's like Yeah, it's definitely not a cheap date at all. We
No,
went
true.
to a Mexican sushi restaurant the other day, and
Mexican sushi
I mean,
restaurant.
it used to be a Mexican restaurant. It's
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. It aesthetically looked. Gotcha. Yes.
right, and
Yeah.
it was a Mexican family running it, and
Yeah.
it wasn't bad by any means, but it was just like there was at every step it was like slightly off, like
Yeah.
a traditional Japanese sushi restaurant. Like the miso soup, the pieces of tofu were ginormous in the soup, you know,
Yeah.
which I appreciated.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a true
It's very American. Yeah.
That's an American miso soup right there.
Damn straight.
Yeah, the only thing
Bigger is better.
yeah, no, in some ways it very much was. If it had fried tofu in it, then that would be the most American thing possible.
Yeah, that's the only way I'm willing to eat tofu now.
Wasn't that good?
It was pretty solid.
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna lie.
god, we had some fried tofu and from PF Chang's, but yeah, but full transparency, it was really good. I will not be eating it again. It destroyed my stomach for the next 2 days. I was having
Yeah,
having
fair enough.
painful shits.
You know, honestly, I care more about taste than my health.
really?
So-
Okay.
It's worth it.
God, if only I.
You know
felt
how
that
many
way.
how many times I've eaten Taco Bell in my life?
How many?
Too many.
How many would you estimate it is? 500?
Way more than that.
Really?
I'm gonna say let's say 10,000.
No way. No way.
Yeah.
No.
Wait. Let's think about how many days there are in a year.
365 times 25 is 9125.
Yeah, but like we got to start at like 16, you know?
Okay. So 9 years, that would be 3225, 3,225 days.
Okay. So I'm going to say 875.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that's actually true or not, but
That's more than once every 4 days for the last 9 years.
okay, maybe. I wouldn't doubt it though. I mean, there's been a few times I've gone multiple times in a day.
Oh yeah.
Shit, broke boy David. Just get some cheesy bean and rice burritos, like $1 each. I'm set.
Sure. Yeah. There's cheesy. Oh yeah, I guess there is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever get the
No. It's gonna be some vegan shit.
I was gonna say, you ever get the quesadilla from there?
Oh, yeah, like chicken quesadilla.
I just
Yeah.
played.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I'm not basic. I don't know what you expect from me, but
Oh.
you know I'm obsessed with chicken, right? Like
You
pretty
do-
much everything I eat has chicken in it.
right, and that is the best meat to eat. Well, besides fish.
Dude,
Fi-
I'll get chicken fried rice and then get orange chicken to put on top of the fried rice that already has chicken in it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yeah,
So are you not a big red meat guy?
not super, to be honest.
And why is that? Purely because of taste?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we just naturally crave chicken. It's nice and lean. It's good protein.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
I like steak. I just prefer chicken.
Oh, okay. And what were you saying? One of the reasons why David thinks he's better than everyone is because he's when he's sick, when his body really needs something, that's the thing it craves. Isn't that what you said? When you're sick,
I don't think I'm
cra-
better than people. I don't think I said that part, but shit. No, yeah, I think if I need something,
So what are your prospects for your love life currently?
I don't have those.
Okay. Is it something you actively just like don't think about at all?
I wouldn't say I don't think about it, but you know, I'm not like chasing it like hardcore.
Right.
I'm not fighting it.
That's admirable for sure. I think it's hard. Have you always been that way? Well, I guess not, because you said earlier you have had trouble with like chasing love in the past.
Yeah. You could have defined me as a hopeless romantic prior. I like to call myself a hopeful romantic though.
Right.
You know, because hopeless implies you'll never find it.
Right. No, fair enough. So what mechanism inside you makes you content enough to not chase it at the moment?
I don't know. I just like myself. You know, and I don't hate myself enough to need somebody to validate me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you have enough going on outside of, work and stuff to where you have a creative outlet. I mean, I didn't really mention this. I sort of did, but we are in David and Jeff's music studio right now. Yeah. And you're always exhausted after doing music, but it has to be fulfilling for you, right?
Yeah. Except for when we have to redo stuff.
And how often is that?
It depends. I mean, we've come through a lot of snags along the way. Like, I had to reset up my computer because my Apple ID, something about it didn't upload, so I couldn't have iCloud where most of my files were. And so I had to like reset everything and then re-download, and then like there were a couple audio glitches because of that and whatever, and it's a process.
Damn, that sucks. So at that point, did you have a lot of stuff you had to redo, like multiple songs, or what was it?
Well, I had to get every single song backed up, and then we had to redo certain instruments on pretty much every song.
Oh shit. Okay. And what's your sort of process? Do you hyperfixate to the point where if a song is done, you're like, no, that we can do it better. I have to go back and change that up again, or do you just kind of leave? Do you kind of leave well enough alone, or
no?
Really?
Yeah, we just keep going.
Oh, okay. So just changing things over and over and over again.
Yeah, we're on that can't stop, won't stop grind, baby.
Right.
But it does keep getting better.
Oh, okay. And is that the most like paralyzing thing? Because like the thought of like releasing it is that that's what it is forever.
Maybe to an extent, but I think it's getting close enough to radio quality that it's not going to be like a forever thing where we're just redoing stuff forever and ever.
Okay. And what, this is your big creative outlet at the moment. I've asked you this before, but I never know if you're serious ever. So what's next after this music project?
If I committed to it, I'd like to start a YouTube channel. It's honestly always been what I've wanted to do.
Yeah.
The music thing was more for my dad than anything, but I think it was good for both of us, especially like forcing myself to like really like push through on a creative endeavor instead of just like procrastinating.
Right. And that is that is the crux of many things for people with ADHD is that constant procrastination. I can relate to that so much. Well, I've said this in person, but if you ever want to start that YouTube channel, you have an editor and and a creative idea bouncer offer, And what specifically do you want to do? Didn't you say you want to do like long form tutorials or progress videos or?
Yeah, like learning skills, like those channels where it's like, oh, I learned how to do a muscle up in 30 days. Not specifically workout related, but it can be. Just learning things that I think are cool or care about and doing it in kind of a mockumentary setting.
Okay.
I like to think that if you can like show people like the kinds of things that anybody's capable of, then more people will want to do things,
Right. Yeah. And if you're wanting to do things in a mockumentary sort of style video, it seems to be the case that you'd want someone who has photography and videography hobbies, right?
You'd think so. I have a Russian friend who went to film school. I could call him up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that would be like the only person, right? Yeah. Obviously.
Shout out to my boy Igor.
Also, shout out to Russell Fedorov. He's the reason why this is happening right now. He helped me edit my first ever YouTube video. So I'm deeply thankful for Russell Fedorov. And yeah, dude, thanks for coming on the podcast. I don't know if I'm in the frame right now. I'm assuming I am, but yeah.
Do you have any words for our sponsors?
Words for our sponsors. This episode is sponsored by Skewers, Armenian and Lebanese Grill, located downtown Spokane. Shet love, shet shanor hagalam. Yes, kichmanu tiem hima. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Verbal Journal with David.
We're out.